Okay, well, welcome to another episode of Board Contractors. This is what I decided to do for Thanksgiving. We wanted to smoke a turkey, and we hadn't really tried to do that before. Of course, I've smoked all kinds of meats, but the problem with using this Little Chief, which is a great little smoker, is that it doesn't really get hot enough. I mean, the whole thing it gets as hot as 165, and then that's it. Well, we need the inside of the turkey to be 165, so you'd be smoking it an awful long time. So what we decided to do, and I've actually done this before, but this is a new and improved model. Barbecue, I can easily control the temperature. So I've taken some 3-inch ducting, aluminum flexible ducting tubing, non-incinerable, and with the pair of side cutting pliers, took the end of an adjustable 90, and you can see I split the ends, force them through, and then you pry them up with a pair of channel locks or any pair of pliers once they're through the hole. And on this hole I had to use some self-tapping sheet metal screws to hold it all in there. As you can see, it's smoking away right now. On the one on the Little Chief, I did not have to do that, and I'll tell you why. So I've got a whole bunch of different hole saws, different ones. This is a 3-inch hole saw here, and what I had done is used a 3 1/4 hole saw, thinking I'd give myself a little extra room. Well, something to remember is that when you're using the drill, the drill wants to warble around a little bit on you, and unless you're using a press, which you're not going to stick this barbecue in a press, it's going to warble like that, and that makes the hole slightly bigger just in the process of doing the cutting. So use a 3-inch hole saw. It will be wide enough for a 3-inch piece of single wall pipe to go through afterwards. Anyway, the idea here is I can easily control the temperature of the barbecue. What I've done, I wanted to make sure that a lot of barbecues, most of them these days, come with a thermometer, but if they don't, you can drill a small hole in the bottom. I think it was 13/16, and simply just hook this thing through there, tighten it up. This is $9.99 at Orchard Supply, and very accurate. As you can see, I don't have it mounted all the way on the top of the barbecue. If it were all the way up, I'd be measuring the hottest part of the barbecue. I want to measure as close as possible to the actual cooking area, and actually I could have lowered that down a couple of inches and probably still been okay. Another option would be to come in on the side, which is kind of maybe a good idea, because then you're not encumbering your roasting area. So like if I had a really big bird, that probe might jab down into the bird. So it's just something when you do your own configuration. In any case, there it is. We got a controlled temperature smoker. Now you could probably buy one that will do a turkey properly for, say, a couple $100. The Little Chief is 125. We had one, but they just don't get hot enough. So this was a nice option, and we'll always be able to smoke and barbecue whatever we want with this. As well as, we haven't really ruined the Little Chief. All we'd have to do is cap the top, and we can still use it the way it was intended to be used. Anyway, just another idea for Thanksgiving. And we're brining our bird for 12 hours during a curing rest for an additional 12 hours, and then cooking it for 7 for a 13-pound bird. So 7 hours at 250. I'm able to maintain the temperature at 250 on this barbecue with this setup. And Jack Daniels is cool. We're using those chips because they're oak, and they come from old oak casks. which is, kind of a cool thing. It's had, what does it say right here? Tennessee whiskey is aged in charred white oak barrels. So, nothing wrong with that. A lot of people like to use a little bit of apple and a little bit of oak, and that seems to be the theme. Anyway, we'll see how it turns out. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.